Welcome to Becoming Fearless, the personal growth podcast for you if you are ready to overcome fear and step into your greatness. Our purpose is to help you overcome your limits, have loads of fun along the way, unlocking your fullest potential in life, business, health and relationships every single day. I'm your host, Charlotte Carter, a high-performance coach and entrepreneur with over 20 years' experience. I've supported many highly driven, talented people like you who dream big and are ready to take action to overcome what's holding them back. Each week, my guests and I will be sharing hacks and habits on how to build self-belief, courage and confidence to master your mindset and navigate your emotions so that you can reach your human potential in a way that feels light, fun and easeful and helps you become fearless. Let's go. Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Becoming Fearless podcast. I'm excited to bring this one to you and I'm pretty fired up about it. I want to talk about high performance and physical health. This is something that I am mega passionate about on multiple levels, and there is a personal story weaved in as well. So from a young age, I have really, truly loved physical exercise. I thrived at school in PE. That was like my top subject. I thrived in the sports clubs I was in. I played rugby when I went to university. I've ran various races. I've done all of the obstacle courses as well. And there is something about physical exercise that I just love. And for me, one of the biggest things why I love it is because it brings me into the present. When you are focusing on lifting a weight, for example, there is nothing else you can focus on apart from getting your form correct, getting your breath work correct, and doing the thing. So what happens for me, particularly, I get very much in the zone, and I love that space, and I have been able to be in that space for many, many times and reasons and focuses that I've had as I've gone through different things that I've trained for. But I want to talk about what happens when fear kicks in, when overwhelm kicks in, when your priorities change slightly and your patterns of looking after or prioritizing your physical health have changed. I want to touch on what happens in life. And there's two people this podcast is aimed at. People who, when you listen to my story, then you may go, this is very similar. This is kind of what's happened to me. I'm going to get myself back up on it. Or you might be like the second person, which is some people that I have as clients and some people that I am very close to. This is their journey and this is a massive heads up, wake up call for you. Let's talk about those people first. So these are the high achievers that I see in the online space and in the offline space, people that I meet that are wildly successful, very focused on what they're here to do, very aligned energetically in what they're here to do. They know their stuff, they are focused on it, they deliver it to a super high standard, and that is what they are here for. Now, these people, some of these people, if you are in this camp, their physical health is not so great. It has either taken a hit because of things that have happened to them, or it is constantly on the edge because of the stress that they live under, or it is in the space of denial. They feel like on some level they're just going to get round to it. They're going to get round to prioritising their health. They're going to get round to feeling a bit better. They have got habitually used to not feeling energised, habitually used to feeling shattered, habitually used to getting the migraines at the weekend, habitually used to burning the candle all the time, habitually used to not necessarily sitting or being or stopping or any of the other things that I associate with physical health. I associate with movement and stillness in equal measure. movement and stillness in equal measure. Super important for high achievers and for everyone. So there's the people in that camp, the people, you know who you are, the people that are like, do you know what, I need to get myself a bit fit, I need to move a bit more, but I've just got so much work to do. Those people, they are wildly successful, super lovely humans, but they are on a ticking time bomb in terms of feeling good. And ultimately what I want for everyone is, how good can I feel? How easy can it be? How much fun can I have? And this is important and really crucial when I work with people, but also when people are listening to this podcast. How good can I feel? How easy can it be? How much fun can I have? Raise the roof with those. Come on, guys. How good can I feel? How easy can it be? How much fun can I have? So let's go back to my story and let me share with you this journey. So from a young child, I love doing sports. I love doing all of those things. And I always have. And I've navigated life having a family and getting my fitness up. And I want to talk about what's happened in the last 3-4 years, like in my physical health and in like understanding personal growth in the way that I do. So menopause has played a part for certain. I'm not going to talk about this. I've got a menopause coach who is fabulous, that I have been great friends with. She's coming on and doing a whole episode on the menopause. So I'm not here to talk about the effects of menopause in women, but I'm just here to say, do you know what? Menopause came and absolutely sideswiped me. It absolutely sideswiped my energy. It sideswiped my head. And it sideswiped my relationship with physical exercise. I was just like, who am I? What's going on here? And I couldn't get myself out running. I couldn't get myself to the gym. I was then in a space of, I lost all the momentum for it. I lost all the momentum. I lost all the passion. I lost who I was in that space. So I want to talk about the people who may have fallen off the wagon. It is absolutely normal and a part of life for us to fall off wagons. What I mean by that is you set yourself some intentions and for whatever reason you've done them for a little while or maybe a long time and then you just stop. Things happen, life comes in and sideswipes you in whatever way. It could be a life event, it could be something else, it could be anything. And I've had a number of things that have come in and taken that safety, should I say, or that security around me going and working out. And it's all been my own journey for certain. My own journey, my own choices, my own actions. And this is what I really want to convey in this podcast. I want to talk about it being your own journey, your own thoughts, your own feelings, and your own actions. And fear will come in on lots of different levels, but so will other pieces of the puzzle. Life comes in and sideswipes us. All of us know that. That's part of it. It's part of the beauty and the tragedy and everything in between. I am here, as are everybody that I speak with. We're here to feel all of the array of feelings. It's about understanding how to navigate them. And ultimately for me and for this podcast and for all my beautiful listeners, it's about getting yourself into the space of higher and higher and higher vibrations and feelings so that you feel good more often. You feel ease more often. You feel lighter. You feel happier. You feel healthier. You feel on top of the world. You feel like you can conquer anything more and more and more often. Rather than this feels heavy, this feels hard, this feels like I'm stuck, this feels like I'm stagnant, this feels like I can't see the wood for the trees. Allow yourself the space to believe and receive all of the good stuff. So in the last few years, my fitness has not been like it was. My body shape has changed. I don't feel as good as I did in my skin for certain. And I want to acknowledge that. I want to acknowledge that as somebody that has felt really fabulous in their skin and felt really, really great. I want to acknowledge the journey that I'm on and the journey that I continue to be on. And that I want to share this with you, that you can always bring things back. And what I mean by that is, I don't mean bring it back to who you were. I mean, navigate to where you are and understand, and always take the growth and the learnings, and always expand yourself like never, ever, ever before. So this is how the fear showed up for me. I want to share this with you all so that hopefully for some of you, you can nip it in the bud earlier. You can go, oh, hang on, I'm feeling a little bit slippery in that space. Let me pull back. Let me understand what's going on. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the whole fear of being seen for who you really are, and fear of your greatness, and owning your power. They're the three things: fear of being seen for who you really are, fear of greatness, and owning your power. So fear of being seen for who I really am. So I remember when I first came into the online space, I worked with some fabulous, fabulous mentors, and I had a conversation in one of these spaces that was around me being a high performance coach, and I said at that time, I really want to do some workout stuff. I want to do some personal training. I want to bring that bit into the business. And I remember the advice at the time for me was just stay in mindset, stay in high performance. You're really talented at it. This is where you should stay. And I remember kind of like shaping a belief in that moment that I wasn't able to have both. I wasn't able to bring in the physical health into the business. I wasn't able to do those kind of things. That was a belief that I formed, nobody else. I formed in that moment. And it took me a few years to work through all the stuff, and I got very successful and retrain as a personal trainer back in 2022. And it has been an interesting ride. One of my beliefs around being seen and heard for who you really are was, well, I can't help people with their head and their body because that's like going to be too much. That's going to be too much. I'm going to be too big for people. I'm going to be not a master of my craft, but somebody who's knowledgeable about many, many areas. And I had all of these reasons and excuses and stalling tactics in my life that came in. And interestingly, I started to get myself back into getting myself physically healthier. And I worked with somebody on the whole menopause stuff, and I got myself into a great space and got myself understanding myself a lot more. Now, I want to talk about fear of your greatness. When I am working out and when I am in the space and in my PE kit, I feel invincible. Add in the dry rub, and I am like, honestly, the most powerful version of me. I feel strong. I feel resilient. I feel like I am building an empire. And yet there was a part of me, which is where fear kicked in, that's like, well, you can't have that and have everything else that you've got. You're a positive psychology coach, you're a clinical hypnotherapist, you've got all these other things. How are you gonna really, annoy people if you have a lot of things that you offer and that you are really talented at? And this is where the fear came in. And I want you to listen to this for yourself. Have you got fear around your greatness? Because I am building an empire that is going to help people feel strong from the inside out. That's the empire. This is what it's all about in all of the guises. And I want you to understand for yourself, have you got things where you're like, do you know what? I'd like to do this as well in my life, and I'd like to do this as well. And do you know what? And I'd love to do that. And there is space for it all. But I will add to you, you've got to trust the time and you've got to trust the timing. I want to talk about those two elements. But first of all, I want to talk about fear of your greatness and personal power. When you can claim who you are and what you are here to do, you are never wrong, okay? Because this is your journey, your space, your passion, your brilliance, your purpose, your magic, your magnificence, and everything in between. It is nobody else's. So where you can stand strong and stand tall in your own playground of life and create this space where you just feel alive and you are able to keep moving forward, build your momentum, build your desire, build your dreams, create your reality, then life just gets better and better and better. Now let's talk about fear. One of the strongest fears that I have worked through is around fear of being too big for my boobs, fear of being a show-off, fear of being that person that's like, who do they think they are? That's been a real fear of mine for a long, long time. And I see it in so many of my clients. And it's around self-worth, it's around trust, it's around belonging, it's around happiness, it's around pleasure, it's around receiving, it's around deserving, it's around holding. It's multifaceted. So we're not going to suddenly roll in and I'm going to give you all of the answers and you're going to float off into this world of personal power. I am going to invite you all to think about, where are you giving your power away? Where are you in denial? Where are you in acceptance? Where are you in abundance? Where are you in aliveness? Where are you in the journey of life? Where is your path taking you? Are you creating your path, or is somebody else creating your path? Where are you sitting in that space of expansion and curiosity and anticipation? And I just cannot believe what's going to happen next. I am beyond excited about what I can do with my life. I cannot believe the next steps and how they're going to be created and how I am going to bring so much joy into all the areas of my life, because I am the leader. So take that in for a moment. When you lead your life from the inside out, when you manage your head, your heart, and your actions, who are you really? When you understand that fear, like I've always said, is going to be there. It's coming on the ride with you. It's in the car. You have the power, the ability, and the courage to stand taller than your fear, to stand bolder than your fear, to stand braver than your fear, to allow yourself to stand in that space of a limitless potentiality. And from that space and place, you feel on top of the world. So let's go back to physical health. It is essential for you to become aware of your relationship with your physical health, your relationship with your body, what you're putting in it, how you are nourishing it, how you are moving it, how you are creating space for stillness. What is your relationship like? Is it a push-pull? Is it I don't like these this bit and this bit and this bit about myself? Or is it a nurturing? Is it an acceptance? Is it an appreciation? Is it a true love for yourself? Ultimately, we are all on a journey of life and love, and so much of high performance is about, let's look at these 5 areas of life, one of them being physical health, and let's understand what's going on in this particular dynamic, in this particular state that we are in. So I know there's physical health, mental health, or mental well-being, emotional health, and spiritual well-being. All of those things are something, they all form who we are. You've got to be able to understand for yourself how you navigate these aspects of yourself. What space and place is leading? I want you all to be able to ask yourself that question. Do you lead with your physical health? Do you know what? I feel great in my body and everything else just rolls after that. Or do you lead with your emotional health? Do you know what? When I feel it in my heart, when I feel like I am vibrating high, where I am like on top of the world, everything else gets easier and easier. Do you lead with your head when your head feels super clear, like you're on fire and it's boom, 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 everything's action? Does that feel great? Do you lead with your spirituality? All of these are powerful beyond measure. Imagine if you created a high performance lifestyle where all four of them were firing. All four of them were absolutely on fire, and you had your tools to be able to ground yourself in that power and expand yourself in that power, to be able to build the action plan so that you kept on track, to understand when things happen and sideswipe you, to have your tools to bring you back into a space, into a different space, and to trust that you are exactly where you are always meant to be, just the time and the timing. I am pumped up. I am excited. I hope you have a fabulous, fabulous day. Tune into yourself and your relationship with your physical health, your physical body. How do you feel about it? I want you to be loving on it. I want you to be really appreciating it. I want you to be absolutely enjoying it and really expanding yourself so that you can receive more physical health. The cells in your body love, love, love appreciation. They love, love, love to be understood. They love, love, love to be able to move, and they love it when you create stillness. I'm pumped up. Have a fabulous day. Keep listening. Let me know what your takeaways from this episode are. Please just DM me on Instagram or send me an email. Get in touch and let me know what's been the highlight of this particular episode, all about high performance and physical health and why it's important to understand your relationship with it. Take care, and I will see you soon. Thank you for tuning in to this week's episode. I hope that you're feeling energised, fearless and inspired to take action today to stand in your greatness. I share even more tools and resources on my I Dare to Leap email newsletter. By signing up, you not only get early access to the I Dare to Leap products and services, but you also get brand new podcast episodes delivered straight to your inbox every Monday, meaning you'll never miss your weekly dose of becoming fearless energy. Sign up now at www.idaretoleap.com/newsletter or click the link in the show notes below.